Hey, what's going on guys? Dan Gibbs 1996 here, probably the first ever video I've done when I've actually said anything. Today, by the way, in the future I am going to do more game reviews and stuff, and I'm going to talk in a few more videos. I'm going to talk about games that are coming out and all that. But this is my first one. Anyway, to start off, I'm going to review Brink. Now, I know that may be pointless because this game came out ages ago, like something like May 18th. It's not new at all, but a lot of people have been talking about it on the internet and stuff, so I'm going to review it, and I'm going to talk about what I think of it, all the things I like about it, all the things I hate about it, all typical stuff that reviewers talk about with games. So I'm going to pop this game in and take a look. Yeah, it was developed by Splash Damage, a British gaming company that also made games like the expansions for Return to Castle Wolfenstein, and they also did the multiplayer for Doom 3. Those were pretty good, so let's check this out. Anyway, so when you first enter the game, you have to choose your character. You can create, I think, up to 10 characters, although I'm not completely sure. Maybe you can create as many as you like, I have no idea. For me, I've only created 2. I made one for the Resistance and one for the Security. Anyway, I'm going to play as the Resistance because that's the main one I play as. Anyway, so first we'll talk about like the different characters and weapons and stuff. You can change the appearance of your character. You can change the hat he's wearing, the shirt, the body type, like he's heavy, medium, or light. Light, I think, looks ridiculous. Medium looks alright, I guess. I prefer the heavy one though. Jacket, coats and everything, glove, pants, yeah, self-explanatory. Weapons, there is a whole lot of weapons to choose from here, and there's so much to customize. You can choose to customize the magazine, like, whether it's got like rapid fire, if it's an extended mag, etc. It's got all the same kind of mags you can find in games like COD and all that. Scopes, the iron sights, it's a lot more weapon customization in this game than there is in other first-person shooters. It gets pretty confusing, so I'm not really used to this kind of thing. It's much more confusing than COD, so Then we've got the secondary weapons. I prefer to use usually an SMG as a secondary weapon, but you can use pistols as well, including some really awesome ones. And bolt-action rifles can also be used as secondary, so that's pretty cool. The abilities are things like perks. Depending what class you are, depends on what character you are. There's universal, which is for every class. There are some that are only for soldiers, some that are for medics, some for engineers, and some for operatives. It's all different. You can get things like increased reload speed. You can an ability that allows you to sprint while you're reloading, flashbangs, scavenger. There's loads and loads and loads of different abilities and perks you can get. This is also pretty confusing because there's so many to choose from, but that's actually a pretty neat idea, I guess. It's all cool. Anyway, we'll start simply by beginning with day 1. Now, the cutscenes look alright. The graphics in the cutscenes don't look as good as the actual game. I don't really like the characters. They're all extremely cliche, and they don't seem to have any personality. I'm also not a fan of the designs of the characters. Now, when I say that, I don't just mean the other characters, I mean any character in this game. They all look weird. I don't know what it is. Maybe that was the idea, but I just don't like it. The story's a little underwritten too. It's just good versus evil, security versus resistance. But still, it's alright for what it is. At these things called command posts, command points, whatever, you can change your weapons, which is actually a pretty cool thing. If you're, this definitely works to your advantage when you're offline, considering that the game in the background pauses. But if you're playing online, you have to select your weapon quickly. So online, definitely select your weapons in advance before you begin the game. If you're offline though, it doesn't really matter. You can also use command points to change your class as well. I'm going to choose the soldier, because that's my favourite class. That's really the only class I use. So let's go. Control-wise, this game is actually pretty good. I mean, the controls are very simple to use. You get used to them. The only thing I don't really like is the fact that the L2 button is the sprint. Usually it's the left joystick, but that's because the left joystick's used for class-specific abilities. Not too bad. You get used to it eventually. It's like all other first-person shooters that aren't Call of Duty, I guess. See, I just gave someone ammo there. Basically, I'm very sorry. The shooting controls seem to be the same. Like, you know, you can use L1 and R1 to shoot and aim. Not in that order. Which is pretty cool. You also get a very neat sliding move, which seems to be used in every single game today, like Brink, play now, Bulletstorm, Crisis, Vanquish. It seems to be used in every single game today. The D-pad is used mainly for other class-specific abilities like special grenades and all that. Pressing up allows you to take a look at the objectives you've got and everything. Pressing right allows you to use things like flashbangs and stuns and all that. Left allows you to use things like special grenades like Molotovs and all that. They're pretty cool, Molotovs. They do a lot of that. But usually the abilities that the left button on the D-pad activate, they're usually for specific classes. One thing I didn't talk about was the graphics. This game's actually got pretty decent graphics. They're not amazing or anything like Crisis 2 or anything, but they still look pretty good, and you know, they do this job. Oh yeah, and when you die in the game, you have a choice whether you can wait for a medic by using the left choice, and the right choice takes you back to the beginning. Going back to the beginning is pretty useful because then you can change your weapons and everything if you want to use something different. But that obviously can waste time on the main objective if you're playing online. I'm gonna change my weapons. I'm gonna choose the shotgun as my primary. I'm gonna have a pistol as my secondary. Pistols in this game, by the way, are amazing. They can shoot really far, got plenty of ammo in one clip, magazine, whatever, and they are so good to use. And yeah, they're so good to use. Oh, by the way, in the trailer you may notice the shotgun looks pretty powerful. Well, in this game it doesn't seem to be. It doesn't seem to have as long range, and its crosshairs is a little bit, you know, big, and as a result it can be hard to aim with. That's also something I didn't mention. It's really weird in this game, but with things like assault rifles and machine guns, it seems for some reason that when you don't aim, like when you hit firing, it seems the weapon's more accurate. And when you aim down the sight, it seems to decrease your accuracy. I don't know what that is. It may just be me being an idiot, but I don't know. It seems to be. That's how it seems to me. Oh yeah, and that's another cool thing that can be done. I didn't mention. You may see here that I'm glowing, like flashing gold and all that. That's an engineer's buff. Engineers also have the ability to buff players with their damage, speed and everything. I think different perks can change what the engineer buff upgrades. But the typical one is the weapon damage. That can be extremely useful. I think it looks weird the way they sprint. I don't know what it is. Oh yeah, I absolutely love pistols so much. They can aim so far. I don't know what it is. These seem to be the only weapons that actually aim better when they're not when they're not hip firing. That was pretty cool. Basically, that, to be honest, is all I have to say. And when you get to the end of a certain objective, you then get a cutscene, and then it continues to your next objective, and that's it. So, overall, Brink does have its flaws. and you know, some parts of it could have been better. But overall, I do actually recommend this game. I don't know what it is, but this game got really mixed reactions. When it first came out, the reviews were pretty good, but then as it went on, people began to hate it for some reason. They began to hate that you know, some multiplayer elements and stuff, and the shooting gameplay. And I will admit, parts of it are repetitive, but generally as a whole game, it's actually pretty good. I rate it 7.5 out of 10. Decent, but it could have been a lot better. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed my first game review. I'll be probably uploading a new one soon. Alright, thanks guys.